Hi there. This is going to be a very quick, very simple, what the fuck was up with that solar eclipse reading. Okay, so welcome. We're going to just jump right in today. There was a solar eclipse that occurred with the new moon, of course, on June 10th. And I feel like it may have affected many of us. It affected me to the point where I had to stop working for a week because I was so ill. All right, it affected other people in different ways. If your life feels really weird right now, if there's crazy stuff going on, weird shifts of energy, new people, new experiences, old tests, I mean, just all of that, if that's coming up for you, this is for you, okay? We're gonna jump in together and just see what comes out. I don't have much time today, but I'm confident that we'll figure it out. Give me 15 minutes and a deck of cards and we'll figure this out, okay? What the fuck was up with the solar eclipse? Hold on. Let me light this incense. My nose is starting to itch, which is a good sign. That happens when I'm channeling. Okay. Okay. All right, we're getting tapped in. Let me make sure that we are ready to go. Okay, great. Spirit. What the fuck? What's up with this solar eclipse? That was a lot of cards. Should we take them? First card, 5 of Cups. Ooh. Drama. Getting swept up in the waters. Not seeing something, not being able to, and not having access perhaps to seeing something just beyond that's possible for you. If you notice, there's this like golden light, this beautiful tree, I don't know what kind, but it's growing fruits and leaves, and there's 2 cups under it. But instead, this figure, she's kind of swept up in these 3 cups that are falling over, sweeping her up in the waters. All right, let's see. 3 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, Death, and the 10 of Wands. Wow, that's heavy. I'm not surprised, though. 3 of Pentacles, really getting a spotlight energy with this for, I mean, if you see the imagery, it's quite obvious. But 3 of Pentacles always in the traditional Rider-Waite, right, has, illustrated by Pamela Colman Smith. She's the one who really channeled the imagery. There's this sense of a craftsman working on something, and there are other artisans that are, or nobility noticing his work. And she, as well, is in the spotlight, being noticed for her work. 7 of Cups, many choices. Also, there's some sort of water floating around her waistline. So it's kind of giving me a sense of like emotional overwhelmment, or like feeling up to here. You know that expression, like I'm up to here with this. I'm getting that. Death, I mean, that's a great energy. At least we have some relief here. Transformation. There are these souls drowning in the water down here. So I don't know what that's about. And yet, ooh, this is gorgeous. There's this other soul who is risen and is like gloriously basking in the death energy. If you see in the top corner here, this figure, she's very different than the souls that are lost floating down there. And it's kind of gave me the phrase change or die. I mean, it might not be literal by any means, but change or keep on living like that, keep drowning, or experience this like gorgeous basking and oh my god, and look, there's an eclipse back there. If you see, because new moon, solar eclipse, it's like the dark moon as well as the sun, and then, you know, like the day right after, you can see that little crescent moon, and that's what we're in right now as I'm filming it, the period just after the new moon, when it's just so crescent. It's my favorite time, to be honest. But this one's rough. I am a new moon person all the way. I know there are a lot of people that say, like, there's lots of talk in, like, you know, the spiritual community about eclipses, but something that I don't hear many readers, you know, on this platform at least, talk about is how eclipses in many mystery traditions as well as ancient times, they were feared. They were feared, and people did not like revel in their energy. In fact, they didn't go outside during eclipses. It was like considered very bad luck. And I actually know people in real life who are like trained in certain traditions who will not go outside during an eclipse. It's it can be very chaotic energy. Oh, I have to admit, I did hear one reader on here, and you'll know if you heard this who it is. She said, don't charge your crystals during eclipses because it can like bring in chaotic energy. And I think that's really true. You know, you can work with the eclipses, feel it out, but I always kind of take like a passive role during this time and just like see what plays out. Eclipses are intense, and I really feel this one for us. 10 of Wands for this group, our group. I have yet to think of a fantastic name. 10 of Wands at the end of this journey, and this also, like, as I was saying about letting things play out and just taking a step back, this is, I wouldn't usually associate that sort of energy with this card by any means, 10 of Wands, but she's kind of just continuing on, carrying these things on her back, and she's not really struggling, trying to change, she just is continuing, if that makes sense. At the bottom of the deck here, we have the 8 of Swords. Really being trapped, really being stuck. You know, this energy is so weird that I don't even know what questions to ask, and that's why I said we're just gonna feel it out straight up, because it is the time of Gemini season still, and so there's this weird dichotomy between like all of this personal upheaval, but also connecting, and specifically this year reconnecting with so many people. People from your past, old friends, family, like family reunions, weddings, little trips, all of that, that's all happening, and it's kind of, it was just picking up now. I mean, I'm sure other people, you know, that won't be true for, but right now is when it's really picking up for the group that I'm channeling. And there's this dichotomy for us between this all happening, this like really nice social thing happening, and also like all of these internal changes going on. And so how do you navigate that? How do you meet a person halfway when you're like in relation with them, right? And you can only show up the best you can. It's kind of like you don't even know who you are showing up as. You just it's kind of just like you just show up at the party, right? And whoever you are, you are. And you don't have to have it all figured out, and I guarantee you probably don't have it figured out. You know, it's kind of, I'm getting with this energy also like not having a super clear sense of yourself, and that has nothing to do with a lack of confidence or self-awareness. It's more, there are changes going on in the universe that you are probably feeling, and because of that, it's making you question who you are, what you want to do, how you want to show up for others, how you want to show up for yourself. I really feel that. Now this huge chunk fell out, which I'm not going to take, but I do want to see what's going on with it. And then the 2 of Cups and the Lovers. This all fell out. We'll shuffle to see. I am getting some I think that for a group of people that are interested in connections romantically, that this could be a time where not necessarily be all end all like life partner type thing, but like just meeting people who you're interested in. Kind of just, I want to say meeting people you're interested in, but and like it's kind of practice, it's kind of remembering it's possible, but it's more than that. It kind of it like awakens something within you that was long dormant. And this is generally not the focus, the complete focus of my readings, but I'm reading for a group of very spiritual people that a lot of them do want to have a sort of connection in whatever way that is. But we are all primarily on our own spiritual journey, okay? I'm just gonna see what comes through. It's like I want to say something, but I can't, or I feel weird about it. Yeah, I'm just feeling awkward about it. So maybe you are, maybe you're like happy to go forth on your own spiritual path, but wouldn't mind. Give me a second. Sorry about that. Okay. I'm gonna get some more messages. You also might be worried about what other people think. The reason I was having trouble channeling that information right then was because I heard footsteps going on in the area that I live, and it was kind of like, so I'm getting that it's kind of like you might be interested in pursuing romance in some way, but you've been on this solo spiritual path for so long that you're concerned about what other people think. You're concerned about what you yourself think. You're concerned about like making the right choice. You might have an idea of what it is that you want, what you're looking for, if you are. If not, please just, you know, this is for others. You might have such an idea of that like you're kind of comparing different options to that idea. But ultimately, I feel a kind of just letting it flow energy. Just being who you are and seeing what happens. And maybe that's not always been the case for you. Maybe you've been more, I just heard angular, but it's like this more rigid sort of, mentally you go through all these options in your head before even considering something like this. And this is different. This is kind of like, well, this energy is so strange, so chaotic. I'm figuring out who I am, so I'm just gonna let these things happen. 8 of Cups. I feel with this 8 of Cups a sense of longing. Like I said, I'm having some real trouble channeling that love energy, so we'll see what the cards say. There's an awkwardness, okay? There's an awkwardness. It's kind of a little bit unknown. This card speaks of the unknown. It speaks of stepping... Oh my god. 7 of Cups, 1 cup. 7 of Cups, the 1 cup she's stepping to. Holy shit. Okay, I get it now. So it's like all of this swirling energy around you. And this is what you've been in. And this 1 cup in the darkness down the stairs under the moonlight, that's something new. It's something completely new and different. And in order to reach it, you have to step down the stairs into the unknown. I don't know if she knows it's out there. It kind of seems it's beyond her scope of vision. She's also holding the pomegranate in her hand in this card, and I do get a sense of temptation or interest or longing, being tempted. Ooh, is this a good temptation? I don't know. King of Pentacles. Something really solid and stable. Are you creating this for yourself? Judgment. It's like all these souls are at this party and they're being called to action from this angel. There's Pluto on this card. I always think of Judgment as the higher death card, and so coming out with death, I mean, this is some intense shit. This is very eclipse energy. Upheaval, chaos, and yet it's for the highest good. My ears are ringing, so there's a message coming in. I'm being called to look at this death card once more and look at this figure. Do you see how like all of these souls down here are being affected kind of in the same way? They're rising up. They're also standing in water, which is so Plutonian. It's like greenish black water, and they're being called out of it. And then this soul has already ascended out of the water, basking in this moonlight. It might be hard to be different. It might be really hard to be different. But you're being asked to stay true to yourself. This King of Pentacles, I feel that with him. You're being asked to stay true to yourself no matter what's going on around you. But it could be difficult because this is a chaotic time, and trying to figure out who you are and how do you stay true to yourself if that self is in flux, right? King of Cups. Ooh, more Scorpio. This king stays true despite the tide. He's really hanging on in this card. There's this tide and this movement of the waters all around him. And he's really hanging on. He's hanging on harder than most King of Cups. He's almost struggling to stay put in the water, and yet he does. So, if this is true for you in some way, that there are these waters of emotions and feelings and worries and temptations all swirling around you, I see that you're really holding true to who you are, even if it's a little difficult when all this is going on. And you might want to just jump into the pit of people and join the masses. But this is who you are up here, so, you know, hang on. It's not easy. There's something coming for you, though. I see it with these Two of Cups up here. So getting swept up versus seeing this golden thing you can have in your life, you will have in your life. But if you get swept up in these Three Cups, you'll drown instead of rising to receive it. One more. What the fuck was up with this solar eclipse reading? I apologize if this is scattered. But this is a difficult time to read. Oh wow. I saw that come out and I really wanted it to, but wow. Four of Wands, such a different energy. My point was just that the energy was very scattered for a long time. I feel it starting to dissipate. I feel myself clearer than I have in probably a month. So that will be true for a lot of people. Four of Wands. Wow. Is that what these two cups are? This like beautiful, committed life in whatever way that means for you. Or like just spending time in that energy of other people's lives. A real stability and joy. And with this Gemini time, this could be literal in some ways. You know, feeling connections with people, feeling warmth and joy. But how does this apply in your life? Let's see. I want one of these to kind of guide us. These are so difficult to shuffle. I apologize. I'm going to move our little spread up here. Hope you can still happily see what you would like. Yeah, like I said, this is, I generally do some channeling, like direct channeling before each reading, but this one I was really called to jump in, turn on the camera, and like figure this out with you. So it's sort of a detective mystery here. Three of Cups. I saw this one earlier. A detective mystery here. The Three of Cups could be literally weddings, reconciliations. If you have sisters, it could be about sisterhood, literal or, you know, spiritual sisters, whatever. There could be something going on with the women in your family. It could be something about apologies and like reconnecting as well at this time. This was a very strange eclipse, I'm telling you. Okay, Spirit. Help me to see this message. Help it to be very clear. Figuring out this eclipse energy. Okay. One more. One more. There's two here, right? Yeah. I need one more. I can feel it. You want me to look at them first? Sorry about that. Oh, so that Four of Wands relates to this. Okay, alchemy. Five of Chalices. Again. Wow, so that's a weird mix of energy. What the fuck was this eclipse about? We got alchemy and the Five of Cups. Alchemy is, you know, pure transformation, transmutation. Alchemy in this deck relates to the traditional card of temperance, of balancing two worlds, balancing two ways of being, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Angelic. In this one, it's about the alchemical process, transformation, transmutation, as I said. This came out for several zodiac signs, if you're into that. Five of Chalices, again. Look at this. This figure is once again, like, focused on these floating cups, these spilled cups, and not the two gleaming two cups that are still standing. This one really evokes a sense of sadness for me. Oh my god. She's wearing a wedding dress. She's wearing a wedding dress. This is like someone who is left at the altar. And with this wedding card and then this white too. Oh my God. So this is it could be, oh my God. This is crazy. This is crazy. I just got a message. This could be about a past life incident where you were left at the altar. And something could be coming up in your world to transform that. That's crazy. If you have any weirdness around weddings or marriage, or if you're meeting someone that like provokes that in you in some way, this is what that is. One second. Wow, I'm getting like nervous. This is really specific, so I'm sorry that if it's going in a direction that's like not everyone is interested in. I understand that many people are already partnered or aromantic or just generally not interested, or it's not a good time to be interested in love, and like I've been there, done that. So, but it doesn't necessarily have to do with like, oh, you're looking for someone and it's someone who left you at the altar in a past life. It's like that sort of energy is coming up to be transformed. I mean, there's so many like wedding like cards here. I just didn't want to say it so directly. You know, I just thought it could be a literal indication of the time of year it is, like what's going on socially, right? But there's something here about marriage and feelings of loss and why. I mean, obviously, why? Why would this person be devastated and like crying and not seeing what's to come? I mean, that's pretty obvious, right? How could you even think of anything in that moment? How could you think there's someone better for me? You wouldn't. There's no way. And in the same sense here, where the Five of Cups, she's being swept into the waters and not seeing this golden thing that's for her. Not having access to it yet, I feel, with this one. This one's just, she can't see it. This one doesn't have access to it. Whoa. Okay, I want another card to like... I need to know about this, Spirit. This is crazy. Oh my God, I just got another message. If this is about love for you, and I really do apologize if you're not interested at all. I'm usually not when someone talks about it in readings, I know. But if you are, this could be someone that in a past life left you at the altar. And it's their karmic debt to redo this with you. I don't necessarily know what that means in terms of like where it will go, but I do feel that it's their duty to come share some sort of connection with you because of what they did in the past. To transform it. Like I said, it might not, I don't know what the longevity of this is by any means, but wow, this card just kind of fell over while I was holding it. It's called the Adept of Orbs, which is the Knight of Swords. And do you see how he's kind of manifesting this like little bubble of a knight here? I got that it was like something sending forth this your way. Like this guy riding in on a knight, and it doesn't necessarily, like I said, have any long staying power. I'm just saying that it has to do with like having some sort of connection because this is how you met in the past. That's crazy. What the fuck does this have to do with the solar eclipse? I don't know. I don't know. Eclipses be crazy, man. I need one more. I'm just going to ask it directly in case someone needs to know. What is up with this person who left at the altar transforming some connection with you? And I do want to just make a message clear. I do not feel this is... If this happened to you in real life, this lifetime, this is not it. Okay? I'm not saying anything is impossible, but this is not it. This is a past life thing. If that's your situation, that's different. We can look at it personally, but this is not it in this general reading. Okay. Ooh, that was feisty, don't you think? I'm gonna look at it. 10 of crystals, 8 of crystals, higher self. Fuck. And you know what's cool? Those cards, the way they flew out, kind of like messed this whole board out. And so the way that I'm thinking this, there's something going on, is like very sudden. Knight of Swords we had, right? Something's very sudden. Some realization is really sudden. Some like even just figuring out, wow, this is like some past life shit going on with the eclipse. Very sudden. 10 of crystals. 8 of crystals. Higher self. They're being guided to show you this, the back of this. It's some sort of trinity. It's a channeled symbol that the creator of this deck got. And there's just something about the 3. We'll see if it comes up. Higher self. Something is written in this scroll. It was, and in this 8 of crystals, it's very hard to see, but this main crystal that he's kind of displaying there, it's like 8 of crystals is the 8 of pentacles. So, you know, as someone who's been doing like a craft, hard work, and it's like one thing after the other, and then he finally finishes his job, and he has this one crystal he's kind of like putting up for display there. I don't know that it's different than the rest, but it's the one that's being displayed, and in it, there's this sort of spiral image, and it's kind of like some sort of like biological kind of spiral, and it also looks like the cycles of the moon. And what I feel with that, with the scroll here on higher self, and then this, and then the trinity back here, it's something like it's time. It's a timing thing where it was supposed to happen. This 10 of crystals is giving me weird vibes. It's like, this isn't you, this isn't like anyone around you, this is like, and it's not a spirit guide. It's like some councilwoman. And she's kind of setting something up for you. She kind of looks mischievous. And that's why I feel that sense. I mean, the 10 of Pentacles traditionally, of course, is about having. It's about wealth. It's about security, safety, comfort, family. This 10 of Crystals is certainly about having, with all of these gems here, and the peacock, and the opulent robe and headdress. But I'm telling you, this is like some sort of council member who's setting something up for you because it's time. And it's going to kind of put you in the spotlight, I do feel, with this in some way. We'll just go kind of general here and see what happens. Ooh. What does he want? Alright, we have transition. Wow, that's a heavy card. That's the death card. That's a lot. We have another death card. Leaving your body. I mean, this death card is the deathiest death card I've ever seen, I just realized. I mean, usually with death, I can get all kinds of metaphors. It's like plutonic. It's that regenerative, death, decay, regeneration, if you will. This is like straight up leaving the body and transitioning to the afterlife. And I'm not worried about physical death here. But it does give me, with these rainbow colors, with this passing on, holy fucking shit, she's in a fucking wedding dress. I'm so sorry that came out of my mouth, but what the fuck? She's in a wedding dress. Oh my god, you might have like died of heartbreak because of this. Oh my god. And look, the Adept of Flames. Look at this little fiery fucker. I don't know what that symbol is on his chest, but I believe it's for the solar plexus chakra, which makes sense for fire to be, you know, because it has to do with self-will, with movement, with action. The yellow color solar plexus. Add up to flames is the Knight of Wands. So, as I'm sure you know, there are lots of connotations with that. So is this something frivolous? Is this genuine? I don't know. Could you just be meeting this person to receive a test from the universe about how you'll act with them based on your past life together? This transition. What is, let's see what the ultimate outcome is with this. Do you want to know the ultimate outcome? Or do we want to leave it open? They're also the same colors. There's the yellow and the purple in both of these cards. So they're very similar people. They're like, look at them. They're very similar people. Also, you might have switched roles at some point in your journey. Like, between who is who. But I do feel that the last time this happened, you were left at the altar by this person, and it might have, the grief might have actually literally killed you. Wow. What is the ultimate outcome with this Adept of Flames? The Wheel of Fortune. Oh God. I just heard, oh Muse. So that's, I have chills. That is the first line of the Odyssey, I believe. Right? Homer's Odyssey. Oh Muse. And then it's like 10 other lines to start the book. I just heard that. This could be the Three Fates too. I mean, I actually think, in fact, it is in this particular card. They have scissors, they have string, they have a Wheel of Fortune. Oh my God, this is like crazy shit. I'm getting overwhelmed. Overwhelmed. Oh, Muse. Something. So, someone is spinning some shit. And you know how I said I saw this council member? I don't know if she's one of... Oh, that's your higher self. I'm sorry. Is there some collaboration between this council member, your higher self, and like fate herself? I feel the answer is yes. Oh, wow. This is intense. So the string is being pulled towards her heart and then into the wheel, or is it being pulled out of the wheel and into her heart? I can't tell. You decide. You decide. But the ultimate outcome of this is the Wheel of Fortune. This is some sort of destiny. Like I said, I don't know what that means for you in terms of staying power. All I know is this encounter, this meeting, has to do with destiny. It has to do with fate. And I want to ask one question. How will they know that it's happened, Spirit? Can you tell our viewers and myself how we will know that this has happened, that we've encountered this person? What should we do with this information? And how to move forward. I'm not going to be able to get an outcome. I can feel it. Like, I'm not going to be able to tell you like what this person's role will be in your life. And I know this is verged into a very specific direction instead of a general eclipse. What the fuck is going on? But I gotta trust what I get. It's for a certain group, and it is what it is. How will we know, Spirit? that this has gone on? How will my viewers know that this encounter has happened? I just heard the eyes. Oh my god. I mean, look how intense this person's eyes are. I just heard the eyes. I'm gonna use this deck to find out. I have a feeling I'm gonna get cut off. I can feel it happening. But I'm gonna try to do this before it happens. High Priestess! What the fuck did I just say about getting cut off? And I'm gonna try to figure it out before this happens. High Priestess is putting up a block here, I think. How will you know that this has occurred, the High Priestess? You will just know? Oh my god. Yeah, this High Priestess is not giving me anything. She is standing firm. Also, she's guarding all of these pomegranates behind her, if you see. There are pomegranates in this card, too. And this is, I said when I saw her, it's the holding of the pomegranate. There's some sort of, like, desire. And she's guarding that. Ooh, but she has the forbidden fruit here. She's gained access to this. This is some cool shit. The forbidden fruit. This figure, this group of us, of you, has grasped something that's guarded by the High Priestess. How will we know that this encounter has occurred? The High Priestess. Okay. What was our second question? What should we do with this information? What should we... Whoa. Bottom of the deck, 8 of Cups, walk away. Interesting. Oh, 8 of Cups again. Walk away or walk toward? I don't know. Maybe that's what you're going to have to use your discernment on. Ooh, this is weird. These cards came out all funny. I'm getting some weird energy here. The Magician. The King of Wands. Ace of Wands in reverse. Justice in reverse. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, man. So I don't remember how these cards came out. I only keep my cards upright in this deck, in any deck, and if they come out reversed, I know there's a message there. The Magician and the King of Wands, like manifesting this sort of action in your life. What should we do with this information? Wow. This is tough. It's really going to be up to you to use your discernment, because with this double 8 of Cups, one is walking toward, one is walking away. Great. Thanks, Spirit. We have absolutely no advice. The combination of the Ace of Wands in reverse, Justice in reverse, and the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, that's not good energy. I have to be very honest. That's like, do not move forward. This is not going to be a pleasant situation. There's no staying power. That's one way to look at it. Another way to look at it is something's not over, some karmic thing is not over. Ooh, so this is ultimate use your discernment time. You know what? I want to throw these back in there. What do we do with this information? Judgment. Oh my god. Bitch, use your discernment. Use your discernment. Judgment also really signifies to me a big new start. So some sort of action that you take in regard to this eclipse situation, this eclipse energy, leads to a start forward. Wow. And like I said, with this other, we have double judgment now. With this other judgment card, And with this, I got like wanting to maybe jump into these pits with the masses, but like knowing that you're supposed to be here in this ascended death state. Wanting to, but knowing that you're not supposed to. There's a second message there about that. Oh, but there could be temptation. For sure. 8 of Cups. Walking away. Oh, yeah. And this 8 of Cups has a sun and a moon, too. Eclipse. Walking away. So, I got another message. This has to do with the eclipse energy putting an end to a cycle of your life. With this transition card, I feel that as well. With this add up to flames, I feel you harnessing the power within and moving forward. I really do. With this higher self, the 8 of crystals, this is about creating a life for yourself based on the will of the universe, based on your destiny. And the Wheel of Fortune card. Just, oh, Muse, it's time for you. And there is still, I didn't get any different message, the only card so far, with this 10 of Crystals. This is still like a council member who is setting something up for you. She's so mischievous. She's so like, she's still looking at me like with a little grin on her face. All of this is relevant. So if for some reason there was like a little glitch where you had to, some reason, encounter someone from a past life who you had a karmic debt with, it was set up so that you could move on in your life to create what you're meant to transform and become who you're meant to, and have it all, have everything you need. So maybe this took a lot of willpower with this King of Cups. It might have taken a lot of willpower. But with the King of Pentacles, he is much more sure of himself, this one, in this deck. And it seems like you're walking away from this swirling emotion that you are so used to being in. Wow. This was intense. Holy crap. So we went kind of full circle there. It was eclipse, this past life thing that may or may not have come up for you, and then back to eclipse. Back to this eclipse bringing you a start in your life because you're meant to. You know, there's always this weird twist, this weird friction between free will and our destiny, right? And I won't pretend to know what that is. I won't pretend to know how that works back and forth with each other. I don't know. I have no idea. I won't pretend to. But there is some tension. As a human being, we have to live with that tension between there being a destiny for us. Also, there's a natal chart. Oh my god, there's a natal chart on this card in the Wheel of Fortune. So that has to do with destiny, right? And then with the fate, with the wheel, with the string. But it's still your choice in some way if you meet your divine blueprint. If you continue with it or you stray. Ooh, and wow, this is heavy, but with this death card, this transition card, it's possible that in the past you did not meet your divine blueprint at the points you were supposed to, and that's why you were forced to transition. You know, it is said that there are several death windows within our lives, and we can take them when we wish. And perhaps in a past life, you chose to do that. And in this one, you made a different choice. You followed your divine blueprint, and you're here. Okay. Thank you so much for this. So what the fuck was that solar eclipse reading? We're here. Okay. Take care. Bye.